missing blade or broken blade. Okay?
Okay.
3 explanation. Now, inspector, right here,
Coolant
I got
reservoir.
my coolant reservoir or coolant tank, however you want to say. Let me take this out. No, some over here. Okay. You remember the funny way? Proper, no leak.
No leaks.
My coolant reservoir, inspector, is properly mounted.
Mounted.
It's properly capped. It's in proper level, and it's no leaking.
No leaking.
That's it. And all the container, you're gonna do it in the same way. This one too.
Coolant.
This is the
oil
steering reservoir. Properly mounted, properly capped, proper level, no leaking.
No leak.
This is the washer fluid reservoir. Properly mounted, properly capped, proper level, no leaking.
No leaking.
That's all. Simple. It's broken. I'm going to report it to maintenance. The cap is broken, inspector. I'm going to report it to maintenance. Okay? All right. So now, inspector, I make 3 parts so far in the coolant system. I make the radiator, I make the radiator fan, and I make the
coolant
coolant
reservoir.
tank. It's missing the water pump.
Yeah.
The water pump is not visible.
Yeah, visible.
It's hidden down there in the other side. But still, you have to tell the inspector about the water pump.
Water pump.
Even you don't see it. So you say, inspector, if I follow the bottom radiator hose, it's gonna take me
to
the water pump. And then you say, my water pump is properly mounted on the engine, is belt driven, because the same belt that moves the fan is the same belt that moves the water pump. My water pump is belt driven, and my water pump is not leaking. That's it. 3 explanation. With this, you finish the coolant system. Okay? 4 pieces.
Okay.
Now you go to the steering system. You remember? Steering system. Steering system is right here. Right here. Okay? All this part is the steering system. First, what is the function of the steering system? Do you remember? You've been here with me a few times.
To control the wheel.
Control the truck smoothly or easy. Puedo decir to control the truck easy. The main function of the steering system, inspector, is to control my truck easily. Okay? This is the most simple way. Okay, now, this is the first part. Steering shaft, or steering bar, or steering column, if you want to say. But if you say steering shaft, it's okay.
You're good.
Steering shaft, inspector, is properly connected to the steering box with 2 universal joints, one at the bottom, one at the top, properly greased.
Okay.
Now, the last statement for the steering shaft. Inspector, my steering shaft cannot move,
No more
cannot
than 10
play
degrees.
no more than 10 degrees or 2
2
inches.
inches.
That's it. Finish my steering shaft. Now, inspector, right here I got my steering box. My steering box, 3 explanation. It's properly mounted on the frame. It's no bend, broken or crack, and also it's
No
not leaking.
leaking.
That's it. Now, inspector, my steering box have 2 hoses. 2 hoses. If I follow the first one, it's gonna take me to the power steering or steering reservoir.
Steering reservoir.
And remember the funny way? Proper, no leak. Dígamelo usted.
Properly mounting, properly capping, proper level, and no leaking.
No
That's
leak.
it. Okay? Now, inspector, if I follow the second hose, the same problem with the water pump. The steering pump is not visible.
Not visible.
That's where you gotta use the hose as a reference, as a tip, to get right, to get to the steering pump. Say, inspector, if I follow my second hose, it's gonna take me inside the engine to the steering pump. My steering pump, inspector, 3 explanation. Properly mounted to the engine. Gear driven,
Yeah.
no leaking.
No leak.
That's it. Done.
Question, where is this hose?
This is the going to the power steering pump.
Steering.
How do you come?
Yeah.
This hose going to the power steering reservoir.
Reservoir.
You say, after you finish the explanation for the steering box, you say, Inspector, my steering box have two hoses properly connected. If I follow the first hose, it's going to the power steering reservoir.
Yes.
And the second hose go to the power steering pump. Okay, my power steering pump properly mounted to the engine. It is gear driven, no leaking. That's it. Done. Now, coming the best part of this system. Coming the
Steering.
best part. The three linkages
This three
together.
linkage.
Drop it. Put it in a plastic bag. Drop it down. That's it. Inspector, now, this is my Pigman arm. This is my drag link.
Drag link.
And this is my steering arm. Look at it right there. I want you to see it. Steering arm. See it? Steering arm. All the three pieces, Inspector, are properly connected to the gearbox
The gearbox.
using
Castle nut
castle nut
and a cutter
and
pin.
quarter pin. You want more simple than that? It's good. It's good enough.
Okay.
Very simple. Okay? So it's about repetition. You don't gonna get the whole thing in one shot. About repetition in it. Okay? You go step by step, one system at a time. First, you explain the coolant system. You repeat it until you get it, and then the steering system, and then the suspension. Wait, it's coming from the